We've already started out with good intentions, walking with Jesus this morning. So we're already up now. Welcome to Sweatsuit Sunday. You know, I always get excited about this day. I do. I get excited. I see the changes that people are making in their health and their eating and just taking care of themselves. Peggy, I thank you for that affirmation. That was on point. That affirmation was on point. You know, they say if people hear something enough times, they start to believe it. Well, that was a good start right there. Thank you so much again for that. Just join me just a moment of prayer this morning. Dear God, as we go into service, as you put this word into me this morning, let it be you, and I have nothing to do with it, God. Just guide and lead us that we might get something from this day to heal our bodies, to keep us healthy, and to keep each other strong, Lord. All these things we ask in your blessed name. Amen. 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 Once again, welcome to Sweatsuit Sunday. And, you know, this is always my high day of praise, one of my high days of praise. It's not the only one, but with the new year upon us, we verbalize how we're going to do things differently in 2022. We verbalize how we're going to do differently in 2022. Now, this is why I'm encouraging you to get in the spirit of the subject for our post-service workshop, for a post-service presentation today, to be presented by Reverend Dr. Gabriella, who gave us a wealth of information during our last Sweatsuit Sunday. She hooked us up with some good information, and she has even more today. So I need you to stay and participate because you will definitely get something out of it. Resolutions for 2022. How about an intention? That's the topic. So let's keep that in our forefront. Be prepared to learn how to begin your journey with all those New Year's resolutions you make. And most of the time we make New Year's resolutions because other people make them and we know we're not going to keep them. So she's going to give you some focus today on how to go not with resolutions, but with some intention. Amen. Amen. Now, today's word, I'm coming from 3 John, and it only has 15 verses. And this particular book was written to Gaius, a friend of John and a leader in the church. Now, there was a person in the church who was refusing to welcome God's messengers. So John scolded him for not cooperating with Gaius and just being difficult. And thanked Gaius for helping him with this person. Now, John promises to come to the church as soon as he can to deal with this person. But in the meantime, Gaius was handling it for him. So for me, this 3 John reinforces the Bible has something to say about everything. You just have to read it and understand it for yourself. Now, I'm going to be reading from the Messenger Bible this morning because it gives such a on-time understanding of the word for today and what our intentions are. So I'm going to be reading from the Messenger Bible, and 3 John reads as follows. The pastor, to my good friend Gaius, how truly I love you. We're the best of friends, and I pray for good fortune in everything you do. And, as they say, wait for it, and for your good health. Now, say that right there in the Bible, for your good health, that your everyday affairs prosper as well as your soul. I was most happy when friends arrived and brought the news that you persist in following the way of truth. Nothing could make me happier that my children continue diligently in the way of truth. Dear friend, when you extend hospitality to Christian brothers and sisters, even when they are strangers, you make faith visible. You make faith visible. You know that old saying, I can show you better than I can tell you. When you show people you are hospitable, because you know hospitality in the Bible, that's way up here. And if you're inhospitable, well, that's not a good thing at all. That's at the top of the list of not doing the right thing. 3 John was just so on point with this. He showed us how good health is connected to carrying out good intentions. Because Gaius was intending on spreading the word and taking care of the people and giving something that they needed. But John was intent in saying, in order to do this, I wish you good health. You have to be healthy to do that. We intend to live and walk in faith, but if we're poor in health, our faith may slack off because of illness. We intend to eat healthier and exercise, but if we are stressed or tired, they get lost. Lost intentions are when you decide to do something positive, but delay it because of poor mental or physical conditions. Let me say that again. Lost intentions are when you decide to do something positive, but delay because of poor mental or physical health. And how often do we get sidetracked from good intentions? Many of us begin each day with good intentions. Our intention is to do this day better than we did yesterday. We always wake up with good intentions. John's priority was not only the love for those serving the church, but that those serving be in good health physically, but that their soul also be well. That their soul also, so there's a connection there. There's a connection there that not only is your physical health in line, but your spiritual health should fall right into place. I can only imagine that this is where holistic health came from: mental, physical, and spiritual well-being. Living life with intention. I probably should have named this living a healthy life with intention. It involves that we don't just talk about self-care, but involve ourselves in self-care. We can't ask for prayer for healing if we're not being intentional about our health and our health care. When I initially read 3 John, I thought it was a message for our clergy. And he don't know, y'all, but he wrote this thousands of years ago. And he wrote this message for you today. It was for our clergy and laity servants, even though it was written 1,000 years ago, thousands of years ago. So now John says, I was most happy when some friends brought the news that you persist in following the way of truth. Living life with intention involves being honest about how you feel mentally and physically. You know how we do. Well, how you doing? Oh, I'm okay. I'm doing all right. How many times do we hear that? When the truth is that the top number on the blood pressure reading is well above 140. You cannot live life with good intentions if you're not intentional about your well-being. You can't live life with good intention if you're not intentional about your well-being. Now, if that number is reading above 140 and you're not intentional about addressing it, what does that say? You have to be truthful about how you feel. Being truthful about your health. Well, yeah, well, this, I got a little bit of this. And, then we get into the self-diagnosis thing. Well, it's probably, or it could be, well, maybe. Then we get into the self-diagnosis and we still don't go get it checked out. What does that say? What does that say? And then we don't go until it's a crisis. Don't wait for that health crisis. Be intentional about keeping yourself well and your own well-being. Now, a goal, a purpose, or aim, something you mean to do, whether you pull it off or not. Okay? Whether you pull it off or not. But new goals require different habits. If you have a goal, if you have an aim, if you have intention, anything you want to do new that's going to benefit your life requires that you do different things, that you develop different habits, that you kind of cut down on the salt to lower the blood pressure, that you eat a little healthy, eat a little more vegetables. Oh, I can't stand vegetables. Try something different. We can't stand them because we don't try them. You got to give them a chance. You got to give those vegetables a chance. Ask Pastor, I'll throw it in a smoothie for you. How about that? That'll make it work. Amen. Amen. Most resolutions at the beginning of the year, people have no intention of carrying out. Let me say that again. Most of the New Year's resolutions that people make, they have no intention of carrying it out. They say it to make themselves look good. Again, they say it because someone else is doing it. And they say it because it's New Year's. But 90% of New Year's resolutions, people have no intention of carrying them out. They just want to make themselves look good. Maybe it makes them feel good mentally. I don't know. They just say them because it's a new year again, and everybody else is saying them. Intention involves being determined to get it done. Your intention involves being determined to get it done. Now, again, you don't always make it the first go round, but intending to get it done. Somewhere down the line, my health habits are going to improve. Somewhere down the line, my blood sugar is going to be down. Somewhere down the line, I'm going to go out and at least walk 20 minutes a day. Somewhere down the line, I'm going to do this. But your intention has to be with determination. Whatever it is that you're determined to do, whatever it is that you're intending to do, you have to be determined. That makes sense? Okay. Determined to eat healthier. Determined to be more active. Determined to get the blood pressure and the diabetes under control. Determined to listen to your body. Determined to listen to your body. The body is something. I'm telling you, when you feel pain, when you feel something's a little off, your body is talking to you. And your job in staying healthy is to listen to it. Oh, I keep getting these headaches. I don't know why I keep getting these headaches. Well, how's your blood pressure? How's your salt intake? Your body lets you know when something is going on. But we, as human beings, oftentimes choose to ignore it. But your body will let you know. Your body doesn't keep any secrets, and your body will tell you the truth. So you and your self-care and your intention, positive intentions, it's up to you to get it checked out while you're having the headaches. Why am I so tired? Oh my goodness. Determined to be consistent. Keyword, consistent with healthcare, self-care. Healthcare, self-care. Determined to be consistent. The song sung by Travis Green says, it tells us all things are working for our good because God is intentional and never fails us. We can't always see it, but God is intentional. So just as God is intentional with taking care of us, we need to be intentional about taking care of ourselves. Living life with intention can also involve living an intentional community. And well, what's that mean, intentional community? What is an intentional? It's a community, a group of people who move with intention on a common purpose. So all these 21 people that are on Zoom, and I don't know how many are on Facebook Live, this is a community here. Everyone should be looking after each other's health. Now, if you see Pastor going on the wrong track with something that he's not supposed to be having, Pastor, are you really, I know you like it and everything, but how about we do half of it and then, take it, if we see someone pouring salt on their plate before they taste it, we need to speak up. It's a community thing, looking after each other, just saying. Now, they might not listen to you. They might tell you to mind your business, but it's a community thing. That doesn't pertain to me because you can tell me to mind my business about health. It doesn't matter. I'll still come back. But anyway, it's a community thing, a community thing. Living life with intention. Does that sound like UFC Newark? That community intentional thing? Yeah. We're moving with intention to help take care of each other, especially during COVID. Well, how you doing? Did you take your medication today? Are you sure? I just made a visit to my brother, and my brother's 80 along with his wife. And I asked him, I said, well, what kind of medications are you on? He said he's taking medication for blood pressure, for diabetes. And so I said, so did you take your medication? Oh, you know what? I didn't take it. I didn't take it yesterday, so I guess I should take it today. It's that type of questioning sometimes that you need to face in it. That's that community intention and helping each other stay healthy. I just want to leave you with some thoughts about living life intentionally, living a healthy life intentionally. one step at a time, one day at a time, 1 minute at a time. Okay. Now, we often hear about a lot of things about, well, how can I live healthier? We can do this, we can do that. Okay. Water, drink enough water. That's the basic right there. I don't like water. I don't like the taste of water. You drink enough water because your body is going to tell you when you don't have enough water. Why am I tired? Because you haven't been drinking enough water. Why am I this? Why is my skin not bouncing back? Because it's not hydrated. You're not drinking enough water. You know, why is my urine so yellow? Because you're not drinking enough water. Get enough sleep. Now, this is something that we take so for granted sometimes. We don't even think about not getting enough sleep affecting our health. But not getting enough sleep, number one, you're tired during the day. Or you might want to take a nap, or you can't really mentally function the way you want to function. But lack of sleep affects your energy, your appetite, and your overall well-being. And people don't realize this. Lack of sleep affects all this. It affects the whole thing because the body needs to rest. It's like any other well-oiled machine. It needs a rest. It needs to recuperate. It needs to replenish. And sleep is one of the ways that you do it. Because when you sleep, you're not snacking. When you sleep, you're not eating everything in the refrigerator or in the cupboard. Oh, I'm hungry. You wake up 1 o'clock in the morning, or it's sleep. You gotta get enough sleep. You gotta rest the body. You gotta rest the body, because when you don't, the body will let you know. One of my favorite sayings is, God will sit you down when you don't sit yourself down. Your body will sit you down when you don't sit yourself down and take care of yourself. As you're running the race of life, your body needs to replenish. Get enough sleep. Exercise. Okay, I don't exercise. You don't have to go to the gym. Walk more. Move more. Move more. We're not even talking just walking. If you're at your desk, a lot of us have been working from home. A lot of us are still a lot of us are working back in person again. But 1, 2, lift your legs up. Every hour or so, just get your energy going. Just move. And your lunch hour, maybe your lunch hour, do a 10, 15-minute walk. Just move. Don't sit there. If you're in a wheelchair, if you're in a walker, we did those chair exercises. You all know. Don't act like you don't know, but you can still move. You can still get some energy going here that will get you through the day. Eat more fruit, eat more vegetables, and purge negative people from your life. What that got to do with health, being healthy? The fact that you have to ask that question. Purge negative people from your life. People will suck you dry, just as you being dehydrated without water. Remove the negative people from your life. They will pull from you the vitamins that you might have been taking. People can pull from you all the healthy efforts you might have been trying to make in your life. Get the healthy people, get the negative people out of your life, because they pull on you. We don't realize it oftentimes until until you're dragged. Oh God, why am I so tired? Oh, why do I have these headaches? Why am I always, oh my goodness. And it takes us a while to put 2 and 2 together. Every time this person is around me, I feel drained. I feel tired. When I'm talking to them or whenever I'm interacting with them, I just feel drained afterwards. Purge those people from your life. It is just as much part of healthy living as taking a vitamin, drinking water, eating fruits and vegetables. Because even if you're doing all those right things, that one thing can drain the positive sources and resources that you've put into your body. Improve your posture. Your mom, your grandmom, your uncle, whoever, what they was writing, said, sit up straight. Because sitting up straight helps with your breathing, especially when you're walking. Don't walk slouched over. I'm important here. It helps with your breathing. Sitting up straight helps with your keeping If you've seen with that, they call it a dowager hump. You know, some people have slumped over, and some people it's because of osteoporosis. It could be a number of things, but we get used to sitting at our desk humping over, and before we know it, that's how we're walking around, or that's how we're sitting on a consistent basis. Be aware of your posture. Just sitting, it helps with your breathing. It helps you to stay healthy. Whatever healthy changes you decide to make in your life, make it intentional. Make it intentional. Don't just say it. Don't just say, well, you know those saying, I'm going to start my diet tomorrow. You know, don't start your diet. Start eating better. Don't start a diet tomorrow. Start eating better tomorrow. Bit by bit, a little bit at a time. You don't have to be super healthy all in one day. It doesn't work. Just like a lot of people, oh, I think I'm going to become vegetarian. You can't become vegetarian overnight. It's a process. It's a process you have to do. You don't pull things from your body and not replace it with other things without doing what you need to do. It's a process. Just like being healthy is a process, you know, and it doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter, you know, again, it doesn't matter. If you're 70 and you want to start living a better life, you can do that. It does not matter, you know. I've been blessed, you know, and people say, oh, you're used to it. You always doing that, you know, because it was the way I was raised, and I don't apologize for that. I don't apologize for that. My thing, and maybe I was raised that way to make sure that my friends and my family and everyone else gets that same knowledge and they can be as healthy as they can be. Be as healthy as you can be as an individual, not as healthy as I am, not as healthy as Scott is, or as healthy as Deacon Shanisha is. Be as healthy as you can be. Know your family health background, because that can help you do it. If you have a family history of diabetes or high blood pressure, you know you have to be on the lookout for that. Don't ignore it. Well, Uncle so-and-so, that doesn't mean I'm going to get it. Be aware of your health. As much as possible, be aware of your family's health. Make healthy living intentional so that you can live your life, live a healthy life intentionally and with purpose, and doing the things that you want to do. And for our clergy, serving the people that you are intentional upon serving. Amen? Amen.